Okay. Hello. Fix my light. Hello there. Um, let's see. Okay, we got four people in the room. Can I get a thumbs up in the chat if my audio is coming through okay? Because something always happens on YouTube with the audio. So I just want to check and make sure y'all can hear me. So let me know. Just gonna wait until I get a verbal confirmation. Sounds good. Okay, perfect. Yay, I'm so grateful because there's always a problem. I'm telling you, with YouTube live stream, there's always something. Something's always up. Okay. Well, I will just start by coming down to my mat and taking a moment. Thank you all so much for joining today and for being a part of this fundraiser for earthquake relief and rescue efforts in Turkey. I need to learn how to pronounce that properly, but this is something that is affecting an insane number of people, and really, it's a climate crisis. It's a humanitarian crisis. It's devastation beyond anything anyone should have to experience. But I'm still so grateful that all of you are here and have showed up time and time and again every time I ask to support these social causes, and give that part of yourself. For many, fundraisers are a sort of separation from yourself. It's giving in a way to something that didn't come of you, right? It's something that's being asked of you. So it's like you're giving yourself. But one thing I want to reframe here is that for yoga practitioners, for people who consider themselves yogis, yoga leaders, students of yoga, educators of yoga, whatever it might be, whatever your relationship to yoga and your study of yoga, supporting things like this is also a continuation of your practice and your education. Seva is the practice of service, which is also a type of yoga, giving of yourself, giving to others, giving to the community and back to the world. It's a really important practice for our own ego, but it's also an important practice for collective healing and wellness, which is very much rooted in yoga. So, as much as others will benefit from your involvement in this fundraiser, I really hope that you see yourself as also benefiting in getting to be part of global healing and getting to support others in that way. The contributions that you make are truly going to help extend life for people out there, which is nothing to sneeze at. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Before we get started with our practice today, um, I always forget to say this. I just want to remind myself, if you happen to record your practice or record yourself today and you're sharing it on socials, please do tag me. I always love to see who's on the other side of the screen, see your practice if you're practicing with your pets or your family members, whoever it might be. I love to see, and I'd be so happy and honored to share that on my socials as well. So, without further ado, we'll jump right into our practice. All you'll need is some kind of practicing surface, whether that's just the floor, a towel, a mat, something to move your body on. I'm currently nursing a lower back and hip injury, so I'm using my blocks because they really help me practice without pain. And I'm also going to be using my straps. Also going to be using my straps for some extension work. So yeah, just have any props on you that help you have a comfortable and safe practice, but nothing in particular that's going to require, some kind of specific setup or anything like that. So we're going to start just in Vajrasana. So go ahead and take a seat back on your heels. We're going to do a little bit of wrist work to warm up. Our practice today will be vinyasa style, so we'll kind of be in a constant flow, constant movement. But before we get there, I want to warm up the body just a little bit. So you're going to start by extending your arms out forward, make little fists with your hands, and let's start rotating them in opposite directions. Try to keep your upper arm and your forearm as still as possible and originate the movement from the wrist joint. We're flexing and kind of juicing up this joint, which can tend to get stuck in place as we type, as we scroll, etc., etc. So doing this kind of wrist motion intentionally is very important and very restorative. Let's go in reverse direction. Now go ahead and open your palms like you're stopping something coming at you, and use your right hand to pull your fingertips back towards your face, and then flex your hand down and use your hand to now push your wrist, or sorry, your the back of your palm back. Just again flexing your hand, keeping your arms still, and letting all the muscle tension around our wrist joints start to relax. And let's go ahead and do that with the other hand. So use your left hand to bend and flex your right wrist. And now go ahead and interlace your fingers, pressing your palms in together, and start drawing a figure eight with your knuckles. Going one direction, really exaggerating the movement. Again, keeping your arms as still as you can, sending all your awareness to your wrists. Mind body connection is everything. It's the funniest thing. We could be doing this, and if your awareness isn't on your wrists, all you could be focused on is the pressure on your heels. But as soon as you direct your awareness to the wrist, it's like magic. That's where all of our energy goes. Go ahead and reverse the direction. So now pull your knuckles back towards you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, go ahead and shake out your hands. And let's come to our hands and knees for a tabletop Varmasana. So go ahead and plant your hands firmly into the mat. Space your knees about hip width apart. Have a neutral spine so you're not flexing up or rounding down, just wherever it naturally falls. Press into the tops of your feet, which is the difference between kind of putting all the weight on your knees to the point that your feet might even float off. Really not a great feeling, not good for the body. So press into the tops of your feet so that your thighs and your glutes are activating. And now press into the pads of your fingertips to extend your arms and lengthen them up towards the ceiling. When you do this, you'll notice that your shoulder blades start to separate to opposite sides of your back. Now draw the shoulders down away from the ears, give your neck a little bit more room to move. Go ahead and start rotating your neck side to side, maybe doing little circles one way, and reverse the direction, and come back to neutral spine. So continue to press that weight into your finger pads, and now draw your navel into your spine. So you are truly turning yourself into a tabletop. Someone could place a cup of coffee, a whole pizza, maybe even an egg if your back is lined up enough, and maybe the egg won't roll down. All right, enough metaphors. Let's go ahead and inhale, turn the tailbone up to the ceiling, drop the belly and lift your gaze up. Let the belly soften, let the rib cage expand and open here, heart shining through. And exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, hollow out the belly, press those hands into the mat, feel the shoulder blades separate again. And tuck your tailbone down, hugging your hips forward. Inhale, reverse, coming to cow, and exhale to cat. Arch that back, inhale, open cow, and exhale, cat. Let's start to incorporate that Ujjayi breath here, victorious breath. Seal your lips, you're breathing in and out through the nostrils, but lift your tongue up to the roof of your mouth so that as you inhale and exhale, now there's a deeper, more oceanic quality to the breath. It's a more forced, kind of rushing sound you're going to feel towards the back of your throat. Generates more heat and is a lovely type of breath work to help detoxify the body. Now go ahead and let's come to our neutral tabletop once again. Inhale, keep that right knee bent as you flex your foot and press it up towards the ceiling for Vyagrasana, tiger pose. Really press the arch of your foot up. Squeeze your glutes in and open through the front of the body. And as you exhale, round the knee forward, hugging your thigh into your chest, like you're trying to touch your knee to your forehead. Inhale, open. Exhale, round forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And this time, as you exhale, start to shift forward. Draw your shin up to the top of the mat. We're coming to our first pigeon. Extend your left leg all the way down. Let's stay here in active pigeon. Don't come down quite yet. We're going to stay somewhat active. I want you to just notice the sensation around your hips. Use this time to scan the body and notice if you're feeling any imbalance. And use your breath to relax any place where you might be sensing gripping or holding or a tightening of sorts. And allow your exhales to serve as permission to let that go. From here, go ahead and shift over to the right just a little bit and scoot your left knee so that it rests in the nook of your left foot. From the front, it's going to look a bit like this. Keep your spine extended nice and long. Go ahead and place your fingertips on either side of your right knee, light pressure. Take an inhale, sit your spine up nice and tall. Exhale, start to bow forward over the right thigh. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. This time, as you inhale, I'm going to have you keep your right hand, slide it back so it's behind your right hip. And as you inhale, you're going to press your hips all the way up. Reach that left arm up towards the ceiling. Arch your back and reach through the fingertips. Hold here. Just breathe. Come back to the sides. And go ahead and exhale. Come back to tabletop. Scooching back to our Vyagrasana practice. Let's inhale, flex that left foot, press it up towards the ceiling. Open through the belly, open through the back. Exhale, round forward, hugging that thigh in towards your abdomen. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, compress. Inhale, open. And on the exhale, go ahead and lay down your left shin. Extend your right leg, coming to active pigeon. Quick scan through the body using your breath. Notice where there's any tightness, any resistance. Use your exhales and give your body permission to release, to relinquish control, to trust yourself. Go ahead and scoot that right knee in towards the arch of your left foot. Angle your body over your left knee with hands on either side. Inhale, open the chest, lift the crown of the head high, and exhale, bow. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale, this time we're going to scooch the left hand behind the left hip. And on the inhale, you're going to press your hips all the way up. Reach up and behind you with your right fingertips. Open through the right side body. Press your glutes forward to support your lower back. And exhale, release. Let's come back to tabletop. Go ahead and press your hips up, coming to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Continue breathing here. Press the heels down towards the mat. Press your hips back like you're trying to plant them on the wall behind you. Shift your gaze down to your knees. Just settle into your body and be with your breath. Go ahead and step our feet up to the top of the mat. Relax the crown of your head down. Interlace your fingers behind your legs and draw your chest towards your knees, binding yourself into yourself. While you're here in this very intimate bind with yourself, ask your heart what you need today, what you need out of this practice, what you need from your body in order to get that out of this practice, whether that's compassion, effort, ease, trust, fire, and lock in that intention with your exhale now. Commit to give yourself what you would like to get out of this practice. Release your hands and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Roll your shoulders back as you climb. And release your hands at your sides. Let's inhale, float the arms up, palms together, Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing hands. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Starting with our traditional Surya Namaskar sequence as always. Inhale, right foot back, Ashvasanchalasana, horse face posture. Draw your chest forward, press your heel back. Hold the breath, step your left foot back, plank. Exhale, drop all the way down. Hips stay lifted. Chest, chin, hands, and knees come down to the mat for your 8-limbed posture here, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, low cobra, draw the chest forward, elbows back, squeeze everything into the midline of the body. Or you can straighten your arms all the way for upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, Ashvasanchalasana once again. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing hands. Exhale, Pranamasana, hands to the heart. Once again, inhale, up. Exhale, bow. Inhale, this time the left foot goes back for Ashvasanchalasana. Hold the breath, step the right foot back for plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar, hips stay lifted. Gaze shoots forward, inhale, low cobra, Bhujangasana. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Open the chest. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Same foot comes forward. Inhale, left foot ahead. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart, Pranamasana. We're going to go through that cycle one more time, just breath to movement so that you're not inundated with my voice and you can just enjoy your practice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right foot back. Hold the breath. Left foot back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right foot ahead. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left foot back. Hold the breath, right foot back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release. Moving into our chair-led sequence. Inhale, bend the knees, sit the hips down, lift the arms all the way up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Press firmly into the soles of your feet. Pull your legs away from each other. Walk the shoulder blades down the spine, create a little bit more space for that neck to loosen up, and reach forward through your fingertips. Now you're going to have an option as you inhale to reach your fingertips a little bit higher, straighten the back. On the exhale, let's sweep right arm underneath the left, wrapping your forearms around each other like so. And as you do so, you also have the option to balance on your left leg, rotate your right leg around the left, hooking your ankle around the shin, and sit those hips back down. And while you're doing this, slowly lift your arms while they're interlaced, keeping your elbows parallel to the floor. Garudasana, eagle pose. It's funny, with the mythology, this pose is actually called eagle pose, but it really represents the snake that's being wrapped around the eagle. Inhale, come back up to chair, unravel those arms. Exhale, let's bounce it out. Sweep the left arm underneath the right. If you like balancing on the right leg, left leg wraps around, hooking around the shin. Again, level those elbows with the floor. And breathe. Hug everything in towards the midline of the body. Unravel, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, release, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, crown of the head reaches forward. Belly engage, separate your shoulder blades to open the chest. Exhale, step the feet back, lower down, hovering the chest off the floor for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. Exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, float that right foot high, keep your hips level and press up through the heel. Exhale, draw that knee in through the chest, just like we did with our Vyagrasana earlier. Keep that knee hugging into your abdomen as you shift your shoulders over the wrists. And gently step the foot all the way up for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale, spin your left heel down. Rise up for warrior one. Press into the outer edge of your left foot behind you so that you have a nice solid foundation. Sink a little bit more into your right knee, trusting your body. Take this time right here to come back to your intention for your practice. If it is intensity and strength you're after, focus on building heat in the body. Maybe sink a little bit lower. Maybe press firmly into your foot. If it's opening that you're focused on, if you're looking to expand and get a little bit more breath into the body, then maybe focus on the spine. Reach those fingertips a little bit taller. Rotate the shoulders away from the ears so that your neck has room to move. Take one more inhale. Exhale, open the hands out to the front and back for warrior two. Legs stay the same. On the inhale, you're going to sweep the left arm forward to meet the right. Come up onto your back toes. And slowly start to work your way forward to balance on your right foot. Gripping the mat firmly underneath the sole of your foot and toes. Start to hinge forward until your left foot floats up. Press that heel up towards the ceiling for warrior three. Heel presses back, fingertips reach forward. One more breath. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop that left foot down. Bow your head. Go and interlace your hands behind your shins. Take one more breath. Inhale, press the mat away, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, float your left foot high. Hips level, press up through the heel. Exhale, round forward. Engaging to the core, shift your shoulders. And drop your left foot down, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, spin the right heel down, float up, warrior one. Always using our entry posture as the opportunity to reset and reconnect with our intention. When your attention inevitably goes outwardly, use your breath as a reminder to come back to yourself, or even as a conduit, an excuse to come back to yourself. Take one more inhale and exhale, warrior two. There's a beautiful lightness yet intensity to warrior two. The intensity coming from the fact that we're, really like rooting ourselves into the earth and building this fire through the midline of the body. But there's a lightness in our arms because they're kind of just existing in space. Like if you drop your wrists, you realize there's like some suspension happening here that allows you to be playful and light. But there's still work happening in order for your hands to do this flying motion. I'm just looking at myself in this. I'm having too much fun with this. But I hope that you can find that kind of playfulness and that lightness in your practice. On the inhale, sweep your right hand forward, come up onto your back toes. Start to shift the weight slowly over your left foot. Grip the mat and get solid here first. Then start to hinge forward. Let your right leg float up off the mat. My favorite tips to help keep you airborne here are to reach your fingertips forward and press your heel up. Breathe. And exhale. Uttanasana, forward fold. Right foot drops down. Once again, give yourself a hug. Whew. Drop the hands down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, come up, chair pose. Exhale, Garudasana, right arm underneath, right leg over the left, sink down, arms up. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Garudasana, left arm underneath, left leg on top. Woo. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, drop down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, two. Inhale, three. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale, plank. Exhale, float. Let's meet back in down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, two. Inhale, three. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale, plank. Exhale, flow. Back and down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop the feet up. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Exhale, Garudasana, right arm. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, left arm. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. We're going to start to work in some of our next sequence. Drop that left knee down. Inhale, low crescent. Arms up. Exhale, drop the hands down. Shift your hips back. Half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. Extend that right foot, bringing your toes back towards your face. Bow over your shin. Inhale, crescent. Lift the arms up. Press your hips forward. Open the chest. Exhale, half split. Flex your right foot. One more time. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, half split. Feel the opening through the back of your right leg, your hamstrings. Inhale, low crescent. Exhale, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, spin the left heel down, rise up. Warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, warrior three. Listen for the change. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Now, I'm going to give you a few options here. We're going to shift into Vrikshasana, tree pose. So you can bring your hands down to your sides, a few options. Take your right leg, point the knee outward, and you can bring your heel to rest on the inside of your left ankle, and that's perfect. Next option is to bring the sole of your right foot up to the inner shin of your left leg, or you can bring your sole all the way to the inner corner of your left thigh. From here, hands can stay out to the sides, in towards the heart, or open out like a tree. Breathe here. Reincorporate your Ujjayi breath, invigorate your body, use the opportunity to build that heat, and use your breath to extract the toxins, both using the force and the heat that we're generating. Yoga is a very energetic practice in all of its different facets, but asana specifically allows us to combine breath work and physical movement to heal ourselves through the movement of energy in our body, and we can control that. How cool. Go ahead and finish your breath. Release your foot back down to the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, step back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, we're gonna close out this cycle with what we did on the right, over on the left. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, drop that right knee down. Inhale, low crescent. Reach your arms up above your head, press the hips forward, open the chest. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Flex your left foot, bending those toes back towards your face. Bow forward. Inhale, Ardha, I don't know, I keep saying that, but low crescent. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Inhale, low crescent. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low crescent. And exhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Pick up that right knee. Inhale, spin the right heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, warrior three, float. Oh, a little wobbly. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, release. All right, Vrikshasana on the left. Go ahead and bring the left foot either to the inside of your right ankle, on the calf, or up into the inner thigh. Press your foot into your thigh with the same force that you're pressing your thigh or your shin, your calf, whatever area you're pressing your foot into. Press back with equal force so that you're drawing that energy through the midline of your body. That sort of opposing force, along with the pada bandha that we're using on our foot, the foot grip, is what keeps us level and balanced, along with our drishti, which is our gazing point. One more breath. And exhale, release back down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Drop that knee down. We previewed this in the previous cycle, so let's go ahead and do it again. Inhale, low crescent. Open through the chest. If you like, you can cactus the arms here by scooting the elbows down the back. Press your elbows back so your shoulder blades are now squeezing in together. Feel what that sensation is like. Open the chest, lift your gaze up. Exhale, bow forward, half split. Inhale, low crescent. Option to cactus the arms. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low crescent. Option to cactus. Exhale, come back to Anjaneyasana. Now, I'm going to flip around so you can see me. From Anjaneyasana, you're going to walk your hands over to the left-hand side, parallel your right foot inward as you go. So now we're in a straddled split. Prasadita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. So the insides of your feet are parallel to each other. Press down into your pinky toes firmly. Plant your hands down on the mat, or if that's not comfortable, use your blocks or whatever prop you have at any height so that you're able to relax your lower back and drop the crown of your head down to the mat. So it's fine if you need to have your blocks at the highest, whatever allows your head to relax and your neck. Inhale, press your hands down to the surface, lift the crown of your head up, extend your spine. Exhale, sink the hips over to the right-hand side for Skandasana, side lunge. Flex your left foot back towards your body, sit your spine up nice and tall. Allow your hips to drop down, and if you like, you can bring your hands to the heart for a balance challenge. Again, using those three elements we talked about in Vrikshasana, that opposing force where we're pulling our legs in towards the midline, the grip underneath your foot, pada bandha, and your drishti, your gazing point. Inhale, let's pass through center. Exhale, sink over to the left-hand side for Skandasana on the left. Flex the right foot, sit your spine up, drop the hips, and if you like, bring the hands to the heart. Keep breathing. Inhale through center and exhale, come back to the top of the mat, Anjaneyasana. Go ahead and lay your shin down, extend your left leg. We're coming back to pigeon pose where we started. Notice any difference in the body. This time we have been moving around, so there's a little bit more heat, a little bit more warmth and fluidity in the body. We're going to start to cool things down in a moment, but while the body is still hot, I want you to take advantage. So here you can start to lay your torso down as much as it's comfortable, maybe down to the forearms, down to the forehead. You're going to hold for 3 breaths, and you're allowed to move during this time. So if you want to shift from one height to another, do that. 2 and 1. Let's go ahead and come back up. Press your feet back to downward dog. Inhale, let's float the left leg high. Exhale, Anjaneyasana. Go ahead and release that back foot. Drop the knee. Inhale, low crescent, option to cactus the arms, open the chest. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. And exhale, down to Anjaneyasana. Go ahead and walk your hands over to the right. Parallel your feet inside as you go. Drop the crown of your head down. Release your spine from the base all the way to the crown of your head. Press the mat away. Lengthen the spine. And exhale over to the left-hand side. Skandasana once again. This time I want you to focus on finding a lightness and a release of control. There's so much effort that we put into our posture, into the practice, that we neglect the side of the practice that can be effortless when we learn to trust. Basically, in this case, it's truly matter over mind. Inhale through center, exhale over to the right. Keep breathing. Spine up nice and tall. I always forget that one. All right, inhale through center, exhale back to the top of the mat. Lay your shin down for pigeon. Settle into wherever you'd like to focus your hold. Let's go in for 3 breaths. 3, 2, again, use your exhales to give your body permission to release that control. And 1. I notice that when I verbally, or at least mentally, verbally say release, and I think of the body part that I'm holding on to or that I'm working on, 2 things happen. 1, I actually can physically sense the resistance. And 2, I can then let it go. So it's really important to be intentional in these moments so you get the most out of your effort. Go ahead and press yourself back up. Press back to downward dog. Ooh. Drop your knees down a little bit wider than the mat. Sink your hips for wide-legged child's pose. Slowly walk your fingertips back So you're sitting upright. I'm gonna go in for a gentle back bend. Again, option to use your blocks here. I'm gonna go ahead and set the blocks behind you. We're gonna be doing camel pose Uttanasana. So there's a bit of a back bend, a bit of release happening. There's some hip, lower back stuff happening. So if you're sensitive like I am, and would like some height, so you don't have to strain as much, blocks are really great for that. So go ahead and sit yourself up, press your knees and your tops of your feet firmly down into the mat and give yourself a stable base. Let's start by bringing the hands around the back to rest on our pelvis, on the back of our pelvis. Draw the shoulder blades in together, press the elbows into the midline of the body, and lift your gaze up. This right here can be a great place to stop. From here, if you like, you can lean back a little bit more, reach down and grab your ankles, or if you want to use your blocks, draw your blocks just behind your feet, press your hands in, and press the hips forward. Relax your head and breathe. And go ahead and release, relax your thighs back down. Bring your hands forward. While you're sitting on your heels, we're going to shift into Shashankasana or rabbit pose. So go ahead and round your upper body over your thighs. Grab the back of your ankles if you would like a bind, and drop your head down. Slowly come back up. Cross your ankles. Extend your legs out long for Dandasana staff pose. Flex your toes back towards the face. Press your hands into the mat and hold here. How can you allow the earth to support you? How can you allow yourself to be supported? Your breath is your permission, so use it well. Now go ahead and bend your right knee, slide your ankle towards your hip, hug your knee into your body. Just hug it a little bit more so you can sit your spine up. From here, we're going to do a gentle twist. You have two options for how you want to do this. So you can either hug your left arm around the outside of your right knee, drop your right fingertips behind you with light pressure as you twist over the right shoulder, keeping that left foot flexed, or you can hook your left elbow behind your right knee and twist that way. Breathe into it. Draw your navel in towards your spine to give yourself a little bit more space to open up. Slowly unravel. Come back to center and exchange your legs. Scoot that left heel all the way back in towards your body. And again, choose your option if you want to hug your left knee or hook behind it. Feel free to try something different on this side, whatever feels good. Slowly unravel. Draw both feet in towards your hips. Press the soles of your feet in together for Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Interlace your fingers if you like to wrap them around the bottom of your feet or the edges of your feet, I guess, and bind your hands and feet together, giving yourself a little bit more space in the spine. It's funny, you'd think that by binding, you're constricting yourself, but really, sometimes boundaries give you a lot more freedom. And yes, that is my last metaphor of class, I promise. Relax your inner thighs, allow your knees to get heavy. Go ahead and plant your feet down, keeping the knees bent, and gently roll your spine all the way down to the floor. And keeping those knees bent, go ahead and kick your feet up to the ceiling for happy baby, our last active posture before we settle into Shavasana. So you can grab the backs of your thighs, pull that weight down, or you can reach around and grab the outer edges of your ankles, your feet, and pull them down that way. Gently release your legs all the way down to the floor. Settle in. This is the final muscular release we're going to do so that our bones can finally relax. Bones are just heavy, solid weight that, left to their own devices, would just give in to gravity. It's our muscles and thereby the intention that we think into our muscles that holds us up fighting gravity. So in this moment, you don't need to do that. So use your breath to release your muscular control and allow your bones to rest. So go ahead and close your eyes. On your inhale, starting with your eyes, I want you to squeeze them really tightly, scrunch your nose, purse your lips, tense your shoulders up into your ears, squeeze your fists into little balls, tense your abdomen, squeeze your glutes, scrunch your knees, your toes, tighten everything in your body. Keep holding it, tensing it tighter, squeezing, 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 pushing all the tension in, gripping every muscle that you are aware of right now in this moment. Grip it, do not release. And now open mouth, exhale. Just let yourself melt into the earth. Feel the blood just rush back in, flowing and getting right back to work. Take a few more breaths in Shavasana. Start to feel your belly as it expands and rises and compresses back down to the earth. Notice the rushing of air through your nostrils. And notice the air as it rushes back out. Start to Define those edges where the air touches your skin, or your skin touches the earth, outlining your body from head to toe. Come back into this plane, into your vessel. Wiggle your fingers and toes, calling your energy back. Deepen your inhale. Deepen your exhale. Open mouth. When you're ready, slowly roll over to your side. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Let's just take a few breaths to meditate and close out our practice now that all this excess physical energy has worked its way out of our system and we are left with just our inner knowing, our inner peace. Let's take full advantage of that. So go ahead and bring your hands to your thighs if you like, or bring your hands together. It doesn't really matter. Just be with yourself. Come back into your body. Bring your awareness back to the room and go ahead and open your eyes. Thank you so much for showing up for this practice today and for showing up for yourself, which is the biggest feat of all. It can be very hard in these times to truly show up for yourself and see your needs through. Something I'm working on. But I'm really, really proud of you all for supporting your fellow human beings in this initiative, and for practicing different sides of yoga like seva and service, which are very much integral to, as I said, our collective global well being. We very much live in a time that prioritizes individual success and individual well-being, but we don't really understand that without collective well-being there is no individual well-being, and vice versa. So um, again, thank you for practicing with me today. I certainly enjoyed doing this and having your energy through this virtual connection. I'm going to come up to check the chat in a minute, but thank you again for supporting this cause. As always, I will be sending out an email in the next week, with the recording of this class for those who missed it, along with proof of donation and ways to stay connected to the community and the work. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you all so much. Oh boy. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I'm going to stay on for another couple of seconds. I'm glad the audio worked out. There has been times where it has not, and I've had to scramble last minute, and that's always stressful because we never want to waste anyone's time, but I'm glad it worked out. Okay, well, it was great practicing with you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.